Good morning, everyone. My name is Austin Boyjan, and I'm the caseworker that is assigned to work with Georgia. Georgia is one of the residents in our independent living community. To start, I want to take a few minutes to talk about her background, as I believe it's important to relay information about what we've been noticing lately and what steps I think would help her in moving forward. Georgia has been living in our independent living community for nearly 2 years now. Georgia's always been pretty independent, and her physical health is good overall, especially for her age. As far as health issues go, Georgia manages high blood pressure and arthritis, but nothing else out of the ordinary. Georgia usually keeps to a routine, and her family visits her most weekends as they live about an hour away. Up until recently, everything seemed relatively stable. Unfortunately, over the past few weeks, a few things have been happening with Georgia. Staff members at our facility have noticed that Georgia has been missing the noon meal more frequently. Georgia missing a meal is extremely unusual because she's always been consistent about showing up. Georgia is someone who's always on time, and it is something that she takes pride in. On top of this, there was also a day when Georgia left her front door open, which is something she's never done before. Also, during her last family visit, she accidentally called her grandson by his father's name. This is also unlike Georgia because she doesn't get people confused with others. While these changes may seem small or insignificant on their own, when you look at them together, they suggest that something might be shifting cognitively. Based on what we're seeing from Georgia, it is possible these odd behaviors may be early signs of what the DSM-5 calls a mild neurocognitive disorder. This is in the broader categories of neurocognitive disorders and could be a pre-indicator for early dementia. Right now, the severity appears mild. Georgia is still functioning independently, but the memory lapses, the confusion with the names, and the safety concern with the door all point to a cognitive decline that wasn't there before. This is a case of the totality of the circumstances. We look at all these factors together as one. These are the kinds of symptoms we see when someone is starting to have trouble with short-term memory or their attention span. When asking what to do next, I believe the first step should be a full medical evaluation. This means having her doctor check for anything that could be causing or worsening these symptoms. Sometimes issues like vitamin deficiencies, infections, or medication side effects could look like cognitive decline, so it's important to rule out other possibilities before assuming anything more serious. After the medical evaluation, I'd recommend putting a few supports in place around Georgia's daily routine. This can be something as simple as a staff member checking in on Georgia around meal times, so it could help ensure that she's eating regularly. We may also look at small safety adjustments like a door alarm or extra locks, just to make sure she's not accidentally leaving her residence unsecured. Cognitive supports are something that can be of great benefit as well to Georgia. These can include things like calendars, reminders, or structured activities that help keep her engaged and oriented. Georgia has always been social, so encouraging her to stay involved in community activities could make a difference as well. Another very important part is making sure Georgia's family has the ability to be a part of the conversation. Her family will need to understand what these early signs mean and start thinking about long-term planning, whether this long-term planning is in the terms of legal paperwork or considering what level of care she might need down the road. It is important for Georgia's family to think about these things. Overall, I would say that Georgia is doing fairly well, but the changes we're seeing are important and are raising a level of concern that is worth looking into. With the right evaluation and supportive measures, we can help her stay safe and maintain her independence for as long as possible. George has been a fantastic person to work with, and I have high hopes for her future, and I continue to look forward to working with her.